Hey, what's up with it, y'all? Welcome to my podcast, Cold Narratives. I'm your host, Iceberg Green. About to let y'all hear some of these cold narratives. Check it out. Hey, what's up with y'all? Iceberg Green in the building. So I was streaming through YouTube, and I actually found this footage of a guy. This guy actually ripped up the pride flag, and it interested me because I'd never seen this before. This was actually new to me. I didn't even know they did that. I didn't even know there was a problem in that community, but apparently there is. Okay, so let me put this in context for you. So on June 28th, 1970, that's when they started, I guess Stonewall started the LGBT plus in 1970, June 28th, in New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. That's when it started in 1970. Okay, so on the flip side of that, Juneteenth for Black Americans has been informally celebrated since 1865. So it wasn't until like 1979, I think June 3rd, that Texas was the first state to proclaim it a official state holiday. So let's put that in context. So that's like 200 years of us celebrating Juneteenth, coming together, appreciating freedom. So they say that we have, and not really seeing that. So compare and contrast and seeing what they've gotten accomplished as of late. I mean, you can see where I'm going with this. Okay, so this is Frank Rodriguez, and he's part of the LGBTQ plus. I hope I said that right. He's part of that community, and he's basically saying that they don't speak for him and his way of his pride. So check this out.
Good evening. My name is Frank Rodriguez, and I'm the Executive Director of Operations for Gays Against Groomers. The reason that I'm here is to show support in regards to deciding to not fly the gay flag during June. I'm a 31-year-old gay man pushing back against the hijack agenda of the LGBT Incorporated. The pride flag, this flag, does not represent me. When you're a conservative gay and you have conservative traditional values, it doesn't represent you. I am tired of this community trying to represent me and the millions of people that support people like me. Gays Against Groomers represents millions of like-minded LGBT members. And the people in this building are upset because they think that they're being marginalized. Do you see Chinese people in here upset that we're not flying the Chinese flag on Chinese New Year's? Or how about Cinco de Mayo when the Mexicans got their independence? Do you see Mexicans in here upset? No. You see my community, the gay people that want to be marginalized, that make victims of ourselves. This flag that I'm standing on no longer represents me. This is not your fault. I'm not yelling at you. I'm upset because people like this are constantly representing my community. They make us look like fools. They make us look dumb. And I'm tired of it. This flag does not represent everyone.
Okay, Juneteenth is about to kick off. This is when we celebrate the proclamation, emancipation, our freedom, so-called freedom, as they say. But also what they threw in there now, we also have a Pride Month. So while we're celebrating our freedom and all the fight and all of the stuff we went through and endured, hey, they're fighting too for their pride. Okay, so you got to give credit where it's due. And what I will say, that community, since they pushed their agenda, they have got a lot done in the last 3-4 years than we've had in the last 50, 60 years. I will say that, and that's a fact. As far as laws being passed, hate crime bills, they've been prioritized. Let's just put it that way. And they've been able to get a lot accomplished. So we're doing the same thing. So I want y'all to understand that this is two different fights that we're having here. This is not the same fight. We're fighting for equality economically, and we fight for that check that we deserve. What they're fighting for is to be acknowledged and accepted for who they are. Hey, that's them. We've already been accepted for who we are. We're black people that nobody really likes on this in the United States. So let's just keep it real with that. Okay? And they dealing with their own issues. We dealing with ours. I'm a black man. I'm going to focus on our issues, our agenda. I cannot help the LGBTQ plus. I can't help them. I can help my people. So y'all got to understand this, man. Our fight is our fight, and that's our fight. And Juneteenth is part of representation of that fight. And the Juneteenth, every year when it comes around, I look at it like, okay, we spent this long fight for freedom, and how can you sit out there and cook and celebrate when you still see black people getting mass murdered and killed at the rate that they are? It's hard for me to look at this month as an accomplishment, as we've made it. We haven't. So every year this comes around, I look at it like, what am I celebrating here? Okay, I remember the history books and how we fought, but it seemed like we're still oppressed. We're still in the same position. So what is there actually to celebrate? And I think about that every year when this comes around, because I love to fight. I read history books. I understand a fight from way back in the 1800s. And that fight was to be celebrated. The fight we having in dealing with these white supremacists, the fight that we're having now, we're losing. And, that's just the point I'm making. So when I look at this month, I really try to focus on the powerful things that we can continue to celebrate, because the stuff we send in the white media and the stuff they doing to black people, the hate and all this stuff, it's nothing to be celebrated, man. But those who want to celebrate Juneteenth with a smile on their face, thinking we made it somewhere, y'all go right ahead. I'm not here to celebrate all this racism right now. Y'all have a good day, man. I'm out. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I also want to say God bless those going through the struggle, and make sure you watch out for them cold narratives that the government trying to push on us, y'all. And to all my black people, I will be nothing without y'all. God bless you all.